Today we are reading Know Canada, Chapter 8, on page 69. Important Symbols of Canada. Canada has many symbols that help explain what it means to be a Canadian. They express our national identity. These symbols include objects, special events, and people. Here are some important Canadian symbols. The maple leaf. The maple leaf is the best-known symbol of Canada. Maple trees grow in eastern and central Canada, where the first European colonists settled and put down roots. The maple leaf was first used as a symbol by French Canadians in the 1700s. Maple leaves are a part of many other Canadian symbols, including the flag of Canada and our coat of arms. The Canadian Armed Forces use the maple leaf on military uniforms and badges. The symbol is also carved into the headstones of fallen soldiers buried overseas and veterans buried in Canada. The Canadian Crown. The crown has been an important symbol of Canada for over 400 years. This is because Canada is a constitutional monarchy with strong connections to Great Britain. The Canadian Crown is a symbol of government, parliament, legislatures, courts, police services, and the Canadian Armed Forces. Flags of Canada. The flag of Canada is a red maple leaf on a white background. The outside borders are red. The flag was adopted as our national or official flag in 1965. Red and white have been the national colors of Canada since 1921. They were chosen because they symbolize our relationship with France and England. The Union Jack, the flag of Great Britain, is our official royal flag. The Canadian Red Ensign was the official flag of Canada from 1867 to 1965. All the provinces and territories, and some cities, have their own flags. Fleur-de-lis. Fleur-de-lis means lily flower in English. It was the symbol of French royalty for more than 1,000 years, including in the colony of New France. The fleur-de-lis was included in the Canadian Red Ensign flag and is an important part of the flag of Quebec. The beaver. The beaver is an important symbol of Canada because it represents people who work hard. First, it was a symbol of the Hudson's Bay Company, a British fur trading company that explored much of Canada, searching for beaver and other furs to sell in England. This symbol is found on the 5-cent coin, the nickel. On the coat of arms of Saskatchewan and Alberta, and on the coat of arms of cities like Toronto and Montreal. Coat of arms and motto. After World War I, 1914 to 1918, Canada adopted an official coat of arms and a national motto. Canadian soldiers had fought bravely in the war and helped Great Britain defeat Germany. Canada was becoming more confident and proud as a nation. A new coat of arms would help make Canada distinct from Great Britain. The Canadian coat of arms contained symbols of Great Britain and France, two of our founding nations. It also has maple leaves. The national motto is Amari Uskiad Mar, which means from sea to sea. The coat of arms and the motto are on the cover of the Canadian passport. Parliament buildings. The architecture of the Parliament buildings in Ottawa honors Canada's French, English, and Aboriginal traditions. The first Parliament buildings were completed in the 1860s. The center block was destroyed by fire in 1916 and rebuilt in 1922. Today, the library is the only part of the original building that remains. The Peace Tower was built in 1927 to remember the sacrifices of Canadian soldiers in World War I. The names of all soldiers, sailors, and airmen who have died serving Canada in all wars and conflicts are written in the Books of Remembrance. The Books of Remembrance are kept in the Memorial Chamber, a room in the Peace Tower. Canada's honors. All countries have ways to honor special citizens who have done work for their country. At first, Canada used British honors. In 1967, the 100th birthday of Confederation, Canadians created the Order of Canada, our own system of orders, decorations, and medals. The Order of Canada is the highest Canadian honor that can be given to a Canadian who is not in the armed forces. The highest honor a Canadian can receive is the Victoria Cross, which is a military award for bravery, self-sacrifice, and devotion to duty in the presence of the enemy. 96 Canadians have received this award since 1854. Some recipients are Alexander Roberts Dunn in 1854, William Hall in 1857, Philip Conwall, 1917, Billy Bishop, World War I, Paul Triquet, and Robert Hampton Gray, World War II. Popular sports. Ice hockey is Canada's most popular sport and is considered our national winter sport. Hockey was invented in Canada in the 1800s. Today, professional hockey teams from Canada and the United States play for the championship Stanley Cup in the National Hockey League, NHL. The Stanley Cup was donated by Lord Stanley, the governor. General of Canada in 1892. The Clarkson Cup, donated by Governor General Adrian Clarkson in 2005, is awarded for women's hockey. Almost every community in Canada has an indoor or outdoor ice rink where children and adults play hockey and skate for fun. Children also play street hockey on quiet streets in winter. Canadian football is the second most popular sport. Professional Canadian football teams compete for the Grey Cup, which is held in a different Canadian city every November. Curling is also a popular winter sport. Curling is an ice game that was introduced to Canada by Scottish immigrants. Lacrosse is an ancient sport invented by First Nations peoples. It is the official summer sport of Canada. Soccer is also growing in popularity across Canada. Canada's official languages. English and French are the two official languages of Canada. They are important symbols of identity. English speakers, Anglophones, and French speakers, Francophones, have lived together in partnership for more than 300 years. The relationship between English and French speakers is sometimes difficult, but so far we have been able to work out our problems so we can stay together as one nation. In 1969, Parliament passed the Official Languages Act to recognize the importance of the French language in Canada. The law has three main goals: to make the French language and the English language equal in Parliament, equal in the Government of Canada, and equal in institutions governed by this law. This means that you can use either language to communicate with the federal government and in federal courts. To protect and encourage official language minority communities in Canada, this means that French-speaking communities outside of Quebec can get federal government help to keep the French language alive in those communities. To promote the equality of French and English in Canadian society. Anthems. Our national anthem is O Canada. It was originally a French-Canadian anthem written in 1880, and it became the official national anthem of Canada in 1980. The French and English words are slightly different. The royal anthem is God Save the Queen, or King. This is the national anthem of Great Britain. It is played or sung in Canada when Canadians want to honor the sovereign, the Queen. The words to O Canada and God Save the Queen are printed in Discover Canada on page 40. National public holidays and important dates can be found on page 41 of the guide. Here we see the words to those national anthems taken from page 40 in the Discover Canada document. It says, National Anthem. O Canada was proclaimed as the national anthem in 1980. It was first sung in Quebec City in 1880. French and English Canadians sing different words to the national anthem. So on the left side we see O Canada in English. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. And in French, O Canada. O Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est sien de fleurons glorieux, car ton bras sait porter l'épée, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits, et ta valeur des fois trempée protégera nos foyers et nos droits. Protégera nos foyers et nos droits. Here we see the words to the royal anthem. The royal anthem of Canada, God Save the Queen or King, can be played or sung on any occasion when Canadians wish to honor the sovereign. God Save the Queen. God save our gracious Queen. Long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen. And in French, Dieu protège la reine. Dieu protège la reine de sa main souveraine. Vive la reine, qu'un règne glorieux, long et victorieux, rende son peuple heureux. Vive la reine. Here we see the important dates from page 41 in Discover Canada. National public holidays and other important dates. New Year's Day, January 1. Sir John A. Macdonald Day, January 11. Good Friday, Friday immediately preceding Easter Sunday. Easter Monday, Monday immediately following Easter Sunday. Vimy Day, April 9. Victoria Day, Monday preceding May 25th, the Sovereign's birthday. Fête Nationale, Quebec, June 24, Feast of St. John the Baptist. Canada Day, July 1. Labor Day, first Monday of September. Thanksgiving Day, second Monday of October. Remembrance Day, November 11. Sir Wilfrid Laurier Day, November 20. Christmas Day, December 25. Boxing Day, December 26.